Hello, I'm Delusion Dispeller. Welcome back to Warning Signs. And again, this video series is not necessarily all about warning signs. There's some other things involved in the videos, but a lot of it is just basically making you aware of things to look for in your relationships as they continue. So today, I'm talking to you about consistency. What do I mean by that? That means how reliable are you in your relationship? How reliable are they? So let's talk about time together. How often does the person want to see you? How do they feel about living with you? How do they feel about being together more or less? In my case, my partner lives with me. Long story short, it has to be that way for now, due to some legal matters. I'm not getting into the nitty gritty of it all. But so far, we're kind of thrown into the situation, but we're learning to get along with each other. And we have our good days and our bad days, our good times and our bad times, as far as interrelating to each other. It's almost like an arranged marriage in a sense, but we're not married. So, yeah, it's different. Wasn't exactly the way I intended on things to be, but it is what it is, and we're working with it. So find out the consistency of how often you want to be together, how often they want to be together, how often they want to be apart. Do they like their own individual space? Do they prefer to cling to like a vine? Or do they prefer to have their set of hobbies and your set of hobbies, their set of friends and your set of friends? All of this is so important before you get serious. Make sure all of that is figured out and talked about between the two of you. Having been married twice, I can tell you the biggest enemy of any relationship is that lack of communication or miscommunication or not wanting to communicate or communicating in anger. It's all based on the communication, all of it. If you think about it, every relationship, whether it's money or sex or kids or anything, it all involves talking together and finding out what the other person thinks of that. And if you're able to do that, or if it ends up in a big fight, all of that figures into your relationships. Okay. How about commitment? Is he ready to commit? Are you ready to commit? Are you thinking seriously down the line that this is a person you want to be with the rest of your life? Are they thinking that about you? And are you thinking about each other in that way? Or are they just thinking, well, it's just a girl I met, I'm having a good time with her, I'm probably not going to be anything more than just like really good friends, maybe boyfriend and girlfriend date for a while, but I really still have my eye kind of wandering around to see who Mrs. Right is, or in the case of the girl, who Mr. Right is. We need to talk about that. What are they looking for? Are they looking for a commitment? Are they ready for a commitment? Are you ready for a commitment? Talk about this stuff. Like I said, the biggest enemy of any relationship is the lack of communication or wrong communication. Don't be afraid. If you can't talk to that person about everything, then you do not belong together with them. I will say that again. If you can't talk about literally everything with that person comfortably, come to compromises, decide to give in, decide to let them have their way, or they let you have your way, whatever it takes. Gotta communicate. No communication, no real relationship. Because relationship is about relating. If you're not relating, there's no relationship. Okay. Do they care about your needs? Are they empathic? When you're hurt, do they comfort you in the way that you need to be comforted? Have you talked about that? Have you said to them, that time that I was really upset because my aunt died, you didn't come over, you didn't put your arms around me, you didn't tell me it was going to be okay, you didn't comfort me, or maybe the guy felt you were being too clingy. When my uncle died, I could have handled it on my own, but you were like all over me, trying to mother me and just get all mushy gushy, and I just wanted space. You need to know this. How do they grieve? How do they mourn? How do they handle different things? My own mom told me something that I thought was really wise advice, and I'm actually playing this out in my life right now. Stay with the guy or girl for 4 seasons before you seriously make a firm commitment. Watch how they are in winter, spring, summer, fall, literal seasons. How are they? Do they help you shovel the snow? Do they make sure you're warm enough? Do you make sure they're warm enough in the winter? In the spring, do you take time to take walks and notice nature? Are you into nature? Are they into nature? How do you feel about animals? Are they violent towards animals? Do they not like them? Are you an animal rights activist and he's a hunter? That's not going to work very well, obviously. Summer. Does he swim? Does he like swimming? Is he afraid of water? Will you take beach expeditions? Does he like it outdoors? Do you like it outdoors? Some people don't like it outdoors. I'm not a big outdoors fan in the summer and the heat. I don't like heat. How does he feel about heat? Does he love it hot? Because he's going to turn your darn thermostat way up in the wintertime and you may be dying because you don't like it that hot. All that stuff you should talk about. I know this from experience of 2 marriages, many boyfriends, and my current boyfriend. These are all things you need to discuss. These particular videos in this series would be great for teenagers to watch, especially those that are kind of at that point where they're like older teens, almost adults, and they're starting to think about permanency in marriage. You need to literally talk about everything, and do not marry that person if you cannot talk to them. I am dead serious. Anyway, stay tuned. I will be talking about lies and some other things. Alright, and then we'll get into how trauma affects relationships. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.